All right, cheers, VC. Some things I was thinking about. Some names you start kind of hearing mentioned in the vinyl community as far as people that are dealing with mastering albums, which I really didn't think about or hear too often. And it all kind of started, I'm pretty sure, one time I was watching Stereophile, Michael Fremer, his video, where he was talking about albums you should have in your collection. And he showed Led Zeppelin 2. And he said it had the hot press, Bob Ludwig. And I didn't even know this. My bad, late to the party on that one. But so I grabbed mine, I looked, and lo and behold, I didn't have it. I still have an old one. Here, let me adjust my asymmetric lighting here. Asymmetric, sorry. Um, and gotta fix that. There we go. And anyways, so I didn't have the hot mix Led Zeppelin 2, but the one I have is still really good. So so that's one of the names you kind of hear mentioned, the Bob Ludwig. And the other one is Bernie Grudman. All of a sudden I start hearing, oh, I got the Bernie Grudman coffee, coffee burp. So I was another name, Bernie Grudman. Started looking out for that one on albums. And then Kevin Gray, Blue Note. Kevin Gray, he's doing the mastering. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's Chris Bell is another one you hear mentioned, and I'm sure there's plenty more. But these were names for me that I really didn't think about too much or hear of until I was watching the vinyl community videos, and uh, and it kind of got me. Started looking around, and lo and behold, it's weird where you start finding these names on records you already had. You know what I mean? So let's just dig in a little bit. I'm trying to keep this one short and sweet. Um, so here's so Bernie Grudman, right? He's on quite a few albums. Obviously, the one that's really lately I feel that's a must-have is the Dave Brubeck Quartet, Time In. And he's done a bunch, but he did that jazz album recently, and gosh, super good. But one I didn't. I was going through my collection, and just by chance, I happened to look on the back. I'm looking at Dark Angel here, killer album, thrash music, and lo and behold, I look engineered by Michael Monarch, Earl West, recorded and mastered at Bernie Grudman Studios by Bernie Grudman. And I don't know if this is on the reissue or if this is he really did the original one. Either way, super rad. So if you got anybody have the original pressing of this, though, I'm sure I could Google it and go read on Wikipedia and see the personnel and see. But either way, I thought it was totally cool that Bernie Grudman is already on a thrash album from 1989, putting in work. So obviously, he's working with all genres, and I totally love that. So, all right, let's go with this Patti Smith album. I've had this in my collection for a while. Just looking over here, recorded and mixed at Electric Lady Studios in NYC. That's badass, right? I don't know why I did not think to look. It's Patti Smith. She's a legend, but I just didn't think about it, right? Mastered by Bernie Kirsch. I don't know him, but obviously he's probably legendary if he's doing this. And Bob Ludwig at Sterling Sound Inc. So, again, Bob Ludwig. Here he is on this album. Had no in my collection already. Had no idea. Now, an album. This is killing two birds with one stone. An album I recommend you get if you're a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, fan. And I know the one step is great, and I did a video talking about how I feel like that they took some of the dynamics out a little bit. And I have, go listen to the original one, and the best shootout to try to do is Tin Pan Alley. Just listen to the first minute of both songs, and you'll hear where the dynamics are lost a little bit. But the one-step pressing has less surface noise. Everything else sounds amazingly better, and the guitar still sounds really good. But if you want an album I feel like you should have, if you're a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan and you don't already have, is this one. I had this on CD first a long time ago that I found it. My stepdad had found it at Goodwill and gave to me, and it's one of my favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan albums. And it's not the original. It's still got Chris Layton on drums, but it has Jackie Newhouse on bass, who I got to meet one night when he was playing for. Hold on, I should know this already. He was playing for Alan Haynes. Sorry, another underground cat here in Texas. But so Jackie Newhouse plays bass on this one. But this album, it's a live album. It's just says Stevie Vaughan and Double Trouble before they threw his his middle name or whatnot into the mix, and love this album. But lo and behold, I don't know why I had a feeling that I was like I was thinking probably Bernie Grudman was probably helped to do this for some reason, the reissue, and no, mastered by Bob Ludwig at Master Disc in New York, New York. So I have this in my collection, did not even realize that these masters were involved already. And again, these are names I really didn't think about too much until I started watching these Vinyl Community videos. So, Right On VC, thank you for the info, and yeah, that's just kind of what was swirling around in the brain today. But this Stevie Ray Vaughan, it's kind of like you will hear a lot of his brother's influence in this album on this playing, because it's before Stevie Ray Vaughan he's really young on this one, so your style's never submitted in stone, but the core of it sometimes is there, always evolving. But you hear some of the cool riffs he definitely learned from his brother on this album, and then you can hear him doing some of the Stevie Ray riffs that he might have borrowed or got influence from someone else, and then just took them to the next level. I feel like, and that you use a lot of licks that are universal in blues. But anyways, great album, and lo and behold, happen to have Bob Ludwig on there. Now I'm wearing this Jesse Daniels shirt, if you notice, and I do love country music. So I'm gonna show some country vinyl here. And it's one of those things. When I was younger, I always knew the guitar playing. I would hear these pedal steel licks. You hear the fiddle, your mandolin. You hear the guitar playing is doing stuff, and I really couldn't tell. I still can't tell sometimes what the hell they're doing, but have a better grasp on it. But back in the day, I knew it was technical. I love the way the sound, the tone was great, and so now just dig in. You got to get into the country music. My bass player, luckily, his parents listened to a lot of country music, so when we would go on tour or just traveling, he would put on have his thing on a shuffle or whatnot, a lot of cool country music come through. That being said, this is Jesse Daniels' debut. It's kind of like his demo almost album, and he has a new record after this that's phenomenal. I don't have a vinyl yet, which I need to order actually ASAP. But go check him out if you're into country music. He up and coming. He's been making his mark. He's been touring, working really hard. Super great vocals, really good on guitar, amazing songwriter. He's seen a lot, been through a lot, and I just happen to know him because he was a drummer in a band for a while that I used to play with. In my punk band, with Hate for State, we used to play this other band called Three Up Front, and he was their drummer for a short while. This is a long time ago. He's still younger than me, but this is when he was like real young. But this cat has amazing skills. He was playing drums in a punk band doing some crazy drumming. Little did I know, he actually was very big into country music already by then. I guess his dad was really big into it. It was a country musician himself. And after he got out of playing drums, he started singing and playing, and started his country band. And this album he plays drums on also. So he's playing drums, guitar, vocals, like the Todd Rundgren of country music here. You know what I mean? So, but now he's been growing a fan base, super and deservingly. I went to go see him in Austin about 1.5 years ago, before the pandemic started, at the White Horse in Austin. And man, it was amazing. It was super cool to see him perform, because I hadn't really seen him perform with this band yet. I'd just been following his journey, and he posts really cool stuff. He's just a good writer, so he posts cool stuff about what he's, the things he's working on and going through. So to see it all, to see him once playing drums, to up there ripping some country licks, doing some solos, just, man, blew me away. Totally, it was awesome. So on the country music scene, go check out Jesse Daniel. There's a song called Champion that is off his last album, and he's going to be releasing a single here coming up, and the song Champion just kind of got to me. It's a really good story, and he mentions Modesto, and it kind of, my stepdad really isn't like the character in the song Champion, but my stepdad kind of definitely, walked to the beat of his own path type of person. You know what I mean? But anyways, and the cool thing is like one of the songs he talks about Salinas because he grew up in the mountains of the beach town. And so I don't know if he grew up there, but I'm pretty sure that's where he's from. And so he knows about Salinas, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of Okies that grew up in Salinas, and he sings about Okies and stuff. And so anyways, go check out all that stuff. Country music is awesome. If you don't like it, I understand. There was a long time where I wasn't really big on listening to any country music. And it's kind of, there's a crap load of country music. Just, it's like, you kind of, for like how I was saying, you got to dig through the jazz. Sometimes I find this jazz that's going to appeal to you. You know what I mean? You got to kind of dig through the country because there's a lot of it. And you know what I mean? And again, you know what I mean? And if you never connect with it, that's fine. You know what I mean? It's totally, music is just going where your ear feels and makes you happy. You know what I mean? Don't feel pressured to do anything that your ears, if you're listening to stuff because you, I don't know, just have fun, listen to music. If you're listening to music just because other people are listening to that music, but your ears are like, I don't know. Yeah, don't be afraid to put on some stuff you truly like. And I don't know if that, you know what I mean? Hopefully that's nobody out there. Hopefully everybody's just following their heart and listening to what they want. And that being said, don't be afraid to, if somebody throws something new out there, listen to it. All right, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the rants. Go check out all the other channels and like and subscribe to them and go be supportive and comment. Stay positive and play lots of vinyl. Later, guys. Next time. Bye.